and I've been here. So I've been here about for 4 months now.
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm getting tired, right? Getting itchy fingers. So I just want to train. I want the world to get back to normal, and it's just not normal over here yet. It's just like, like athletic commissions aren't even entertaining the idea of opening. Like, it's just nothing. Like restaurants are still like, like you go up to the window, like it's like weird, shady drug deals. And like, hey man, can I get my food? And they pass it through in a bag, and you like run away. It's like it's weird as fuck.
The same here, man.
Yeah, I got some training partners out in BC where they're like, yeah, man, it's opened up, as long as you get the test and you get the test done and you're negative, like there's no reason why you shouldn't move out here, right? So I actually got my test results like an hour ago.
Sick.
So that was negative, and then we're all negative there, so it's pretty good that way.
Oh, that's cool, man. So where have you fought?
The test is unfun, by the way. Unfun. Not a nice test.
They stick out your nose.
Oh yeah, man. Like, and it's like, oh, it's up there, bud. Like, it's not. Like, I don't give a shit what you say, man. Like, you like sit still. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. It's definitely like your eyes water like right away. Like it's literally the best way I can describe it is like your first time in sparring when you ate that stiff jab to the nose. That is the best way I could describe it. Like, you just need that second. Like, that is the best way I could describe it.
Bro, where have you fought? So you fought on. So what organizations and locations have you fought in?
So organizations. I'll start with BTC and then Prospect, which are our regional shows out here in Ontario. So those are our Toronto regional shows.
In Rebel. Do they do that in Rebel?
Yeah, that was the last one. That was unfortunately they wanted me for that one, but I was in Bali. I was just like, we just couldn't come to I was more interested in learning wrestling and building my fundamental game there than I was doing a rematch with the guy. Right? I just I was just if the date was pushed back a little longer and I had a little more time to grow and a little more at the time I was also going through some confidence issues and stuff like that. But when I went to Bali, it really kind of changed the game for me, which is why I preach it and praise it so much.
Cool. Man.
And other ones, I've been to Trinidad. I've been to Trinidad 3 times. I fought in Cuff. Yeah, Cuff was a blast, right? Like all 3 times, right? Last time didn't go so well for me, but again, that was the one where I had to check my ego, right? Like I was 0-0 and I was fighting a guy who was 11-1. Maybe not the smartest thing to do, but whatever. It was what it was. Like I walked away with a cut above my eyebrow, right, from a headbutt, and he scored more takedowns, and it's a very exciting fight. But I just felt like I'm a damage fighter, and I remember his wrist was broken, his ribs were badly hurt, and then I believe I detached his retina. So it was one of those things where it was one of those fights where I was like I felt like I positionally lost the fight, but physically I didn't feel like I lost the fight. Like 30 seconds into the fight, and it was like, okay, I got to fight 14 more minutes with this bad boy. This is gonna be fun.
Did it affect you during the fight?
What's that?
Did it affect you during the fight? Did the cut affect you?
Oh yeah. Because it was the first time I ever. It was the first time I ever got gashed like that. It was like a 3-4 inch cut. It was pretty deep.
Oh yeah.
His head, the corner of his head just hit my sharp feature of my eyebrow, and they just straight up Nate Diaz style just went boom, right? And it was okay. I was like, so this is a thing. And then again, it's funny, but I remember in the 3rd round he cut me in my lip too, but that was only because again, it was one of those things where he smeared me, and then it stretched and opened up. I remember taking my hand off his bicep, and then his elbow comes down. I'm literally, I think to myself, I'm I kind of deserve this. I 100. I remember thinking I'm okay, I can't get elbowed. He smeared my face, ow, that hurt. And I remember looking back up, and he's just here it comes. And I was yeah, yeah, this is gonna be good times. But yeah, that one pretty much healed in a few days. 'Cause I was stubborn as shit, and I like went to the beach the next day and I drank a bunch of alcohol and ate spicy foods. So apparently, like that heals cuts in the mouth real quick if you can handle it, right? Alcohol and hot sauce. Woo! It's not a fun time, but yeah, it's not a fun time. But if you can do it, it disinfects every cut.
Like, you're crazy,
Yeah, and also the salt water. The salt water too was great. Like I put salt water, like the Trinidad, like I guess just the ocean water, right? But like I just put it on the cut, and like it really like I don't know, like salt water really helped. I felt like I like healed from both cuts relatively quicker than usual. And like pretty much the only thing I did was I was in tropical areas and I was swimming in salt water. So it's like I just kind of like praise salt water too for the cuts. To be honest though, it's still here, and I'm eventually, because like I got stitched up at like a back house in Trinidad. Like it was, yeah, man, it was interesting. It was a great time. I remember like it was the best because it was like they're like, hey man, your doctor's here, and he literally rolled up in a black Escalade. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
I was like, okay. All right, so it was just like I get in the back of the car with the coach, right? I'm still drinking Stag at this point. I'm like, whatever. Like I'm already drinking. Like I'm in the back of the car, right? There's open alcohol consumptions in the car. Like it is what it is, right? And then we drive to the hospital. All right, like I'm literally get out. I'm like, oh shit, I should chug this beer before I go in. It's gonna make me look bad. Nah, man, come on in. Don't worry about it. I literally go in the emergency room with a Stag half drinking, and I'm there like. Literally just put it on the counter, got my 3 stitches, and then like took it off the counter and just started drinking it again. It was just like, it was the craziest hospital I ever been in. It was like the most thing you could ever, like, it would look like an old orphanage. You walked on, it was like flickering lights. It was like, what the hell? It was like, it was a great experience. And then after Trinidad, King of the Cage called, and then I did 2 fights with them. I really liked their organization. The problem was they just wanted me to stay fighting at 55, and I'm a natural 45er, right? Like, like still for now, like I can still make that weight without, with no problem and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was King of the Cage just kept offering me 55 fights, and then what happened was BTC and then Prospect started throwing me featherweight fights, and then it was like, okay, like, I don't have to travel as far. It's a weight class I want. They're going to pay me in Canadian money. Like, these are all wins for me here. Like, it's like, I know the American dollar is strong, but like, there's that traveling conversion ratio. Like Rebel for me, like if I fought a Rebel tomorrow, like I could bike to the venue. You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just made sense for me. Like they were like, as much as King of the Cage was great, and it would have made me travel more around the Western United States. But yeah, it was what it was. Like I tried to be honest. I got to my management company. I was like, hey man, I'll fight for King of the Cage. It's just like I just can't keep fighting 6'1", 6'2" guys cutting from 190. Like I don't got it in me anymore. Like it was I was the better guy on both days, but like you know how it is. Fighting's fighting, right? Anything can happen on any single day, right? And it was like the first time I fought at 55, King of the Cage, like I felt fine, I felt strong, and then like I went up against a Division II wrestler, like seasoned vet, and then like I still won the unanimous decision, but it was just like I could tell. I remember like going in like at the end of the thing, I remember raising my hand and being like leaned into my coach, and I was like, yeah, we're not doing this 55K anymore, man. Like this. Like I hit this guy with everything. I remember I hit him with like 2 head kicks. You know what I mean? Like hit him like bunch of elbows, like some complete really nice straight left hands. Like I was putting like a lot of sting on these punches, and they were affecting him, but like it was just like not in the same way. It was just like, man, this guy's a brick house. Like he's taking the punishment, like he's and also too he's been there before, right? Like he's taken the punishment before and stuff like that, and it was just like, man, like yeah, we're good here. Like I was just like, but that was a blast. I don't know what's next for me, to be honest. But I'm to be honest, I'm envious of you, man. I'm trying to get where you're at. I'm trying to I'm trying to get on that Scott Croker pony.
Yeah, man.
Like I'd love that. To be honest, before Bellator was Bellator, I used to love Bellator. But like,
Oh yeah.
like I used to want to go to Bellator before the UFC, and now that they changed the belts, I really want to go to Bellator.
You don't like the new UFC belt?
Oh, I hate those new UFC belts, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I did at
man,
the start. I kind of like it now.
I just don't like it, man, because like it doesn't really run like it doesn't feel. It feels way too flavor for me. And also,
Yeah.
I just found it was like a nice way of the corporation to not give you another belt. It's like, hey man, you
Yeah.
defend your title, we're gonna give you
Yeah.
a ruby. What?
Yeah.
They're giving
Yeah.
me
I
a
don't-
ruby? What
Yeah.
is that? Like, I don't
Yeah.
want a ruby. Like, oh, we're gonna give you a plaque with your name on it. It's like, no, just give me another belt with my name on
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
I just, like one of the baddest pictures in UFC history is Demetrius Johnson with his 9
Yeah.
fucking belts.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
what's he gonna do like 5 days from now? Like he's just gonna hold 9 gems up in his hand. Like, look
Yeah.
what I did. You're like, ah, like, I'm not.
That's true. That's true. Actually, I hate that idea of it as well. I hate it.
That's the only one that doesn't bug me. Like if you gave me a new belt every time, like I would
Yeah.
like, and also if you gave me a new belt with the gem, then now we're talking as well, right? It's like, okay, man, we'll give you a new belt,
Yeah.
and then we'll add another gem, and
Yeah.
it'll be a whole legacy thing. We'll build it that way. It's like that makes sense. But for you to just take a plaque, like melt a gem on it and then like throw it back on, you're like,
Yeah. No,
that
I
doesn't
agree
impress
with
me.
you. I agree with you on that one.
And also, like,
What?
the Bellator Gladiator is just badass. I mean, like, that logo where, like, Homeboy's just Spartaned out, just, like, that logo, it always spoke to me, man. Like, I love that thing.
About that. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, there's nothing about it. Like, it's, Bellator across, and then, like, right in the center is that Gladiator helm. Like, oof,
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty mean. Pretty mean. And the problem, too, it's like, the UFC belt, I find, too, doesn't help look like you're not monopolizing the sport. It's like, hey man, look at this giant Flavor Flav octagon thing that screams UFC, and then also let's not say that we're monopolizing the sport. Let's also go with that too. It's like you guys are like you guys got the giantest belt, the flashiest stuff. You guys are ahead on the marketing, or at least I feel like you guys get a tremendous headwind on marketing. Like I feel for Scott. I feel like he's like his marketing team's always like one step behind the UFC. I don't know if like they got an undercover spy or something, but like some like tweets going on in the office. It's like, but
yeah, man. Let me ask you something. So where have you fought like for King of Cage? Was it like obviously it was in the States? Whereabouts?
oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was in Detroit. Good old Wyandotte, Detroit. That was an interesting card, man. Yeah. Mike Beltran actually reffed my fight that night.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it was great, man. I met him and he was just like, yeah, it was like, it was interesting that I met him and he's built like a fucking tank.
Massive.
Tank, man. Yeah, he's unreal. Good, super nice dude too. Super official.
So I've heard that he's super cool, man. A few people said it.
Yeah, man. He's like, and again, he's honest too. Like, unfortunately, like I blew out my opponent's like ACL with an inverted heel hook that night. But yeah, like in the back, he's like, hey man, I don't do bullshit taps. Like you give me a tap, and then that's a clear, like that's a clear you want out. And then like he gave me a bullshit tap, and then like Mike Beltran didn't stop it, so I restarted. What did whoops, I don't even want to say. But yeah, and then the second time was in Seneca, New York Casino, and that was also really cool. Because like
I think one of my teammates have fought there for UFC. Has UFC been there?
Maybe, but maybe a bigger hotel. I don't think they could fit.
Yeah.
I don't think they could fit. It might be a different hotel, but yeah, they have a smaller native Seneca hotel, and it's off the native reserve. And it was a bomb time, man. Like I got to like play blackjack at a live table for the first time.
Yeah.
Felt like I was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was in Vegas. Like they gave me like this back room key where I like met the chefs, and it was like I had like this like whole like deli meat spread. Like they were
Yeah.
super humble. Like the hotel and casino like really did it up. They're like, you're a fighter, the athlete, you're competing tomorrow. And it was just like I had like all access to this casino. It was crazy. It was like I didn't even stay in my room most of the time. I was just like at the pool, like shooting the shit in the chefs in the back, like making myself a fruit salad in like employees only area. It was just crazy. It was just like it felt like a dawn.
That's sick. That's sick. So when you looking to fight again?
Pretty much as soon as possible, man. Like I've been wanting to fight. Like again, like unfortunately I turned down that PFC call.
Yeah.
Right. So like for Rebel, but like he wants to do another one in Rebel, and like I've already talked to the matchmaker. And, you know, I've talked to Jamie who runs it, and I was like, yeah, man, like you know where to find me, buddy. Like I'd sign me up. Like we're good here. You know, like I even told him like, 'cause, like I remember he went on a pod, like he did a FaceTime like this a few weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, I'm even thinking about maybe doing shows with no crowds. I was like, buddy, like if I have to get paid like $500 less to fight, like I'll still do it, man. Just put me in there. You know what I mean? Like, like it's nice that the UFC is going, but again, it's tough for guys like us because it's like, okay, man, cool, the UFC's going, and it's like there's a select few that get to fight, but what about guys like us who's just relying on those, like, you know, I'm waiting for the gym to go back open. I'm waiting for, you know, like I can't wait to snap down somebody. You know, wow, and yes, you know, just like it's, you know, like, but yeah, like I'm waiting as soon as possible. Like my weight's pretty much fluctuating between 165 and 163, so like I'm ready. Like I'm pretty much just ready to get the call. Like call whenever. Like DC, Memphis, Iceland. I don't care, man. Like I don't care. Like, you know,
that's the way to be, man. So where else have you trained? Okay, you're in 6 MMA. You went Bali. Have you trained anywhere else other than combat arts as well?
Oh yeah, like I spent I wound up 6 months over at Bazooka Kickboxing with Joe Valcalini, and like he had his gym there, and like his pro team Matt, who's also fights on the regional shows, Matt Special, Troy and all them. Like unfortunately they're going through a bit of a tough time because you know it's personal. I don't want to get into it, but. I spent time with that team out there, and they're a great team. They're also friends. They came up together with my coach Danny, so they came up together in that way. So it was really nice, easy transition for a quick 6 months. And then just again a lot of personal issues, but personal issues came in, and then like I wound up going back over to 6. You know, spent another 8 months there, and then went to Bali. I think that's pretty much what happened.
Okay.
Or maybe a little longer than that, but I remember spending. I did at least 6 months with Bazooka, and Like,
did you train with Dwayne Ludwig anywhere?
With Ludwig? No. We talk, like we communicate via Instagram, and I've been meaning to go down to Colorado, right? But I just. Like I like his breakdowns. I like his the style. I definitely want to go out there because it does cater to my style and then the style I've always adapted to. So, but like I always talk to him. Like I always hit him up for the shorts. I love his little. I love the angel and the wings logo. It's just like it kicks ass. Right, so I just always hit him up for the shorts, give him a quick shout out, and then like I just bedazzle his shorts. Right, I throw 6 MMA on it. You know, like I'll throw like my nutritions on it, my management team, and then like any other gyms that I happen to be with. Right. Soon I'm looking into banners. That's what I got to start looking into. Banners. Yours look bomb, by the way.
Yeah, I know. My logo is sick, man.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Dope. It's dope.
What's the other gym? It starts with a P. I think it's like in Oakville side. Yeah. What is it?
It's a great gym, but unfortunately, like I always feel I can't go there because I can't fuck with anyone there because no, like nothing against anyone over there. Everyone over there is like class, but you know what I mean. It's like it's a little bit like East Coast, West Coast kind of thing over here, right? Where it's like, yeah, I mean, like most of my opponents too, regionally, have come out of that gym.
Yeah.
Right. Like I haven't like like anyone that's been affiliated with that gym and I fought, I've done well against, right? So it's like I'm not like, and when I go in there, it's like, yeah, there's guys I know that like look at me and it's like, fuck that guy, man, like, fuck that guy, and I appreciate it because, like, to be honest, like, I respect it because if he came into 6 MMA and he started, jogging around my mats, I get it, like, I appreciate it. I'd be like, like, fuck that guy, like, so it's one of those things where it's like I respect both sides of it, right? Like I respect the gym, I respect Rory. Matt Linden, I think I'm pronounced that right. Hopefully I am. And then like all the guys, Patrick Connors, Siri Seedy, like all those guys, like they're gonna do all right. They got a good system. They got a good group of training partners. It's just like, unfortunately, it's just one of those things, man. Like you don't get to play ball in my neighborhood, and I don't get to play ball in your neighborhood. It's just the way it is. It is what it is.
One other question I was going to ask you about that as well. Oh yeah, so who else fights from your gym? Obviously, I met I met Paulie as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go see right now. Like he moved. He was originally from Kelowna, or Vernon, and then like he came out here, tried out 6. Spent I think 3.5 years here. Like I met him I think a year in.
Okay.
I think it was about right, and then like he was actually one of my big reasons on one coming back to 6 from Bazooka, because I was just like, because to be honest, like I told him this, like, it's so funny, but I told him this like because we got this like brother relationship, and it's just like we wound up working together, the same job, like like we worked the food truck together, like at like concerts and shit, like so we became very close. I remember just like being like, man, I gotta put this out in the air, man, like. When I moved to Bazooka, like, Danny, like, I used to talk to my coach Danny, and it was just like, hey, man, I got this new southpaw, like, and, like, we were having a bit of, like, me and Danny were kind of having a bit of disagreement, right? But then it was I was like, yeah, man, if I can come in and train, whatever, it is what it is. He's like, it's all good, man, I got Paulie, I got this new southpaw, and I was like, and I remember thinking, like, fuck you, man, like, what do you mean you got a new southpaw? Like, I remember just getting a little chapped, right? I was like, who's this Paulie cat? And then, like, I met him, and it was just like, yeah, like even now, like no disrespect to Danny, right? Like I love him to pieces. He's also a brother, but it's just like, it's just like it was something special about Paulie, and it was just like I knew like I had to train with him. It was just like we had the same kind of style, same kind of mindset, same kind of stance. Like not willing to wanting it to go to the judges, not being a guy that like wants to outscore but outdamage. Like we just. Our views on fighting was I can fuck with this, right? And so it was just kind of like instantly click, and it's the rest is history. But we have Danny also has Melissa Carianis, I think. I'm sorry, Mel, if you're watching. But yeah, her nickname is Magic, and she's pretty good. She fought. She's been a world champion for King of the Cage. At weight, I do believe.
She was meant to come on, and then she didn't come on in the end.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mel can do that sometimes. But she means well. She's good-hearted. But she's very good. I hope she's not watching. If she is, don't take it personal. But yeah, sometimes she gets into her own head a little bit much, and the nerves get the better of her, and she has a hard time pulling the trigger. I find, or just getting, or just maybe not even pulling the trigger because she's really game day fight, but she just gets in her head. I find a little too much, right? And then like, she gets so much concerned about not losing, then she does concerned about winning. You know what I mean? Like it's now like unfortunately things have gotten away from her, but she's still a good teammate. She's still really good. She's got to be honest, she's got literally some pretty good credentials, right? She's been a world champion for Cuff. She's been a world champion for King of the Cage. I mean, like, to be honest, like to be honest, your average woman just hasn't accomplished that, right? So kudos to her for doing that. Yeah, I just feel like her win, like it's like very much like Cody Garbrandt. You know what I mean? It's just like she's hit a couple like dry, like hit a couple tough losses, and now it's like almost getting the better of her. So I'm hoping like she gets mental toughness, shakes it off, and whoops the shit out of the next girl. But you know, but this COVID thing has to stop before we can all do that. Right? Like, and I can't imagine like I can't imagine like the dreams you must have on putting ass whoopings on people to reach that top 10, brother. I can imagine. You're probably like, oh, oh man, like I don't know, man. Like, oh, again, like I'm so proud. Like I'm so proud that I like. Yeah, it's good that I know like someone has fucking made it to the big three, bro. I appreciate it.
Thanks, man. No, you guys helped as well, man. So obviously I came out there.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but but you know what I mean. To be honest, like it's a team sport, but man, like you know how it is, man. You got to troubleshoot in there. It's it's a lot you, man. It's a lot you. So well done, sir. Well fucking done.
Nice one, bro. What are you doing for the, so you gonna meet up with Paulie now, innit?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm heading out Wednesday, right? I'm gonna meet up with Paulie. And and then we're gonna get training, and then pretty much like at that point it's like nothing else but to wait. That's it, right? Like I'm gonna get down there. Me and Paulie are gonna start training, and then it's just like, okay, now it's just hurry up and wait. Get the rounds in, get the miles in, and just that's it. And then when it comes out, it's just like you just floodgates, right? That's we're already nipping with our management. We're like, hey man, anyone you can talk to, you talk to. Just who cares? Anyone that thinks they're opening up and opening fights, I want in. Like I want it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Anyway, bro, good to talk to you again, man.
Yeah, brother, it was great.
I ain't gonna come out there this year. Obviously, you're not even gonna be there anyway this year, so.
Yeah, like I'll probably I don't know what my plan is, but yeah, this year, this year's kind of a write-off, brother. Like I'll probably see you 2021. You know, it is. But yeah, literally. But yeah, so I'm hoping we'll meet up. Because again, I've also wanted to go out. I've also been wanting to come out to London, right? Like I've seen your gym, where it's you guys wrestle in that like sauna, like there's no vents and it just gets hot. You guys like, man. Yeah. Like, I seen that, and I'm probably like the only sick fuck that was like, oh, that looks like fun, you know? Like everyone else is like, oh, that looks sweaty and gross. I'm like, you'll sign me up.
If you can come out, definitely come over, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, like I've been trying. Like there's a few stops. So like I wanted to visit BC. I definitely want to come out to London. Hopefully I can try. Like ideally, when I want to come out to London, I want to come out to London and like fight out there. You know what I mean? Like I'd like to you know do a camp with like you and your team for like 4 weeks and just like fight out there somewhere. Like that would be ideal for me. For the most part, I'm pretty much thinking maybe in the winter, again, depending on this COVID thing, maybe going back to Bali. But if not, then you know I can always I don't know, like we could always I can always come out there, man. Like I just gotta wait for borders to open, right? Like that's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta wait, man.
That's it. I'd love to train with you tomorrow, but it's just not possible. I should just.
Anyway,
bro, man,
I'm gonna head off.
I appreciate the call. I appreciate the fucking sanity chat because I'm here alone, right? So it's like it's either this or watch TV. But again, congrats on all the success, bro. Like I know you're gonna kill it on the next one, 100%. Like and bro, like I have faith in Super Shane, man. I have faith.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, brother.
Cool, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I'll see you soon.
Shane, I'm out. Cheers.
Bro. Cool, bro. We're going to come back next week. I might just do once a week or twice a week now. But yeah, next. I don't even know who I'm going to have next. I'm going to surprise you lot. But anyway, Big up Mac for jumping on today, man. And I'll see you guys soon.